The genesis of NeuroTrainer was a technology I developed which rapidly improved the eyesight of visually impaired kids through brain training. The kids I worked with played my science-based video game for only 2 weeks, and their vision got significantly better. I actually visited the same kids a year later, and their eyesight had remained at the same improved level. It was a powerful experience to see that we could really help people in these somewhat institutionalized settings. We got some attention from the press at that time, and we began to realize that we had something pretty valuable to the low vision community. A couple years went by, and we continued to publish papers on the topic, but we really realized that we didn't have the skill set to really get this thing done and make a company. That was, of course, until we found iCor and the business canvas model. So we got out of the building, and that's when we began to learn that some of our preconceived ideas were not quite right. But more importantly, that our future customers had extremely interesting and detailed stories. People have fascinating stories to tell if you take the time to listen. And what we heard began to teach us who our customer segments really were, way beyond the one-word definitions that we started with. Ultimately, kids want to fit in and do well, and they want to be safe while they're doing it. They want to have the confidence to be the best version of themselves that they can be, just like all of us. And at the end of the day, parents and coaches' real goal is simply to support these kids to follow happy, healthy, productive paths to adulthood. So after 50 interviews, we've begun to develop detailed archetypes of these groups, and we expect it'll take a couple hundred more interviews to really define these archetypes and their most significant jobs, pains, and gains. But I now have a deep appreciation for the fact that this process never ends. And I'm actually very happy about this because learning how to listen and really hear what is important to people makes life more interesting and enjoyable.